This is a video for the Dislyte boys. If you're not them, get out.
Hello and welcome back to Dislyte News, the Dislyte News for Dislyte News. New year, new version, new espers. So we're gonna talk about them. And I know that I missed like the last two versions, but let's not talk about that. So to start things off, let's talk about the new esper, Suitai. Now if you know Cantonese, you know why I can't take this name seriously. And the fact that his design is a dog kinda makes this worse. Anyways, Suitai is kind of basically just Height 2.0, literally. He just does damage and he cannot be buffed or debuffed. Except the only thing is that he has lifesteal and also counter attack ingrained into his kit, unlike Hyde. So you don't need to put Avatar and Hades set on Suitai. Anyway, Suitai seems to be more focused on PvP and less on PvE. Because PvE, honestly, got really secure teams now, and Suitai is kind of just not it for that. So yay, more PvP confusion. We love that. Anyway, Suitai being like a counter-attack esper, he's not gonna be very good in this meta. You go against Wuyu, you die. You go against Iki, you die. So yeah, I'm not sure how he's gonna work there just yet. Either way, if you really want to play him now, you're gonna need his rezos, man. Like R4, R6. Yeah, it's not looking good for Suitai. Now time for the weekly espers. For week 1, we have Lian and Fushi. For Lian, she's still a really good esper. I still use her a lot in both PvP and PvE. But for Lian, still basically an R6 esper, man. You really gotta get the R6 to really experience the Lian. So for Lian, I would say she's still really worth it, as long as you're not aiming for R6 Sakura. For Fushi, basically kinda just paired up with Embla most of the time. If you look at the leaderboard, you'll see him in like Falsetto Fantasy like most of the time. And he also still appears in PvP some of the time. And for Fushi, you will need R6 in order for him to actually work. So yeah. So for Fushi, I would say he's not really worth going for because you can get his ripples through the temporal tower thing. So you might as well just farm from that. For week 2, we have Fengshun and Changji. Fengshun, still a really good esper. Still use him in almost everything. For Fengshun, you want at least R2 for him to be at his best, and any rezos after that is kinda just a bonus. So for Fengshun, I would say he's really worth until R2, and after R2, he's still pretty worth, but not very important. For Changji, I don't see him used very often anymore, but if anything, you can use him for Sonica Team 1, but that's if you don't have a Liam, which is kinda rare. For Changji, if you really want to go for rezos, it's either R2 or R6. These are the major rezos, but honestly, not really that worth. So for Changji, I would say not worth, unless you seriously don't have a Liam. For week 3, we have Jinchu and Yuran. For Jinchu, you're gonna want him for true damage, and that's basically it. Jinchu is usable in Yinglong and also still used quite a bit in PvP. He keeps destroying my Wuyu team, I swear. But for PvP, most of the time, you want your Jinchu to be R6 so that he can be immune to all the stuns and the sleeps. For Yuran, he's super niche. He's only good in Ferbeta and that's it. But if you really want to know, his best reso is R2, where he can basically reduce all the cooldowns of flow espers. And that could help in getting like top scores in Falsetto Fantasy Ferbeta. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So honestly, Yuran is kind of a skip. Alright, so that's all the espers that are coming out next patch. Also next patch, there's gonna be that grey water market thing again. So you might want to save up your Nexus crystals for that. And also, Championship is coming back. We'll be able to get another win lock. So yeah, farm more and stuff. Right, share your stickers. Bye.